Make star 3.
Boa tarde. Have you ever been to Portugal?
We were there yesterday. We hope you can visit during the days rolling. Like that's possible. Oh yes, almost forgot. Oh yes. A royal present for the hard-working prince. That's what we were thinking, but we sort of tossed it down to earth. We had an issue and just sort of pitched it away. Must be around somewhere, so just roll it up while you're at it. Sending things to earth.
So, is this just gonna be the entire game?
Kinda, yeah.
Your deadbeat Cosmo dad
It's just
gonna...
awful person. You have to sort of just clean up trash to fix it. Today you'll be rolling around the town. The Katamari should be, let's see, around a sweet 50 centimeters. We can believe in you for 9 minutes Earth time. But any longer than that, and even the Kingdom of Cosmos cannot be expected to wait, blah 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 blah. It's just the same thing as usual. Spoons! I hope this does well for them. I'd love it if they actually ported all of the Katamari games to the Switch and PC. Actually, for those of you watching this game is actually available on most platforms now, or at least most platforms that I frequently use. I don't know if it's on PS4. That'd be good if it was.
Oh, the poor butterfly! It's been added to the ball. There's butterfly collections.
I will collect this butterfly.
Oh my god. All of these songs, yeah. They're coming back to me, because, yeah, I used to listen to them a lot.
No, too late. What are you doing? If anything scampers, roll it up before it runs off.
What?
We report this to Mother.
Man, it is weird. Yeah, so Shell was kind of talking about this earlier. Did you finish talking about the our experience with drinking in Katamari?
Well, I didn't.
Okay, so
Drink is like I mean, but I had elucidated the whole like you were just giggling incessantly because of your.
Because I like Katamari. It's dumb. It's like here's all this junk to roll up, but the version we were playing, it was like competitive. I think it was split screen.
Yeah, and it was. We were rolling around a city.
We were rolling around a city.
Nice roll up. So aristocratic. We are dazzled.
Anything that scampers. Okay, same deal.
Oh, there's a cat? Oof. I don't know if you'll be large enough to acquire the cat, but...
We'll get there.
Oh, you know, the dog is after you.
Let's see. Birds. Well, I got a couple of them. But then they're gone. But yeah, I was kind of drunk.
A toy capsule. Aw. I like... Are they called gachapons?
Yeah.
Toy capsules?
I like the idea of gachapons. I just don't like them.
I don't like it how... This has been a trend I've noticed in any store. Minifigurines being sold in these boxes that are grab bags. It's like, get your favorite character, but they might have 10 characters available and you only like 2 of them.
Yeah. I don't like random chance with that sort of thing.
I don't like random chance.
Let me just buy the toy. Don't give me like a random chance for it. I'll work with it in certain games, but like I was specifically playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And the way to get new characters in that game is gachapon. Like imagine Pokemon if like instead of
encountering specific Pokemon and working.
You would just find Pokeballs out in the wild and you open it up and like it's a 90% chance that you get a Rattata.
But you have to pay for them too.
But yeah, you have to pay for them too.
Yeah, because I always liked the really cute little chibi figurines and but never liked the fact that I only ever preferred a couple characters. I think our friend at a convention realized that one of the sellers had one of those unopened boxes with all the mini boxes inside it. And it was funny because she got one, or she got like 2 or 3, and they were all different characters. And she's like, aha. And then she got another 1 or 2, and
Speaking
they were
of gachapons,
still different characters. Yeah, you've been rolling over gachapons.
I didn't even realize. I just assumed they were
Well, now you have takoyaki, which are...
takoyaki. Yeah, octopus somethings. Oh, there's the cat.
Oh, you can probably roll with the fish. Or is
Nope.
the fish too big?
Fish is still too strong for me.
Oh, look at the dung beetles. Are they making off with the balls? Are they rolling balls of their own?
Yeah, they were rolling balls of their own, and I was just picking them up.
And so eventually she just kept going back, and because no one else was buying from that particular set, she was actually able to get one of each of the characters because it just so happened that the way the box was packaged, it was an even distribution of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know?
Hmm.
But the thing is, when you go to a store, yeah, you don't know how they're packaged or which one is which. I know that some people... Have you ever heard of this? You know how with Pokemon cards and, I mean, most card games, they're the holographic cards or the heavier cards?
Yeah.
And supposedly some people are devious and they bring in these miniature scales in with them and they try to actually weigh card packages.
Well, that worked for a while.
Uh-huh.
Like, they had there was like some kind of thing. Was it Millennium in Rochester that was like specifically banning scales? And
well, I know that
was a big deal.
Target and other places were starting to ban them because, yeah, what people were doing is they were weighing every single bag and then only purchasing the ones with rare cards in them, or they would just open up and steal the ones with rare cards in them.
That was another issue.
Like, it angers me when I go to a store and sometimes I like looking at the cards just to see what kind of new expansions are coming out for, say, Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or other games. Because I used to play them extensively. And you just see an open package and you're like, really?
Mm-hmm. People's greed is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the reason why I refuse to generally play anything with, like, random chance or, like, competitive stuff with random chance. Because I know, I don't know.
Well, I stopped playing those card games for the most part because someone could stack a deck with the very best stuff. And then nothing would be balanced anymore.
Time for a... Okay. Oh, what a nice Katamari. Kind of bratty, kind of shy. But now that you've come this far, we'd love to have a much bigger, super nice Katamari. We'll leave you to your work then.
Okay. Anyway, you were saying?
Because it was interesting when I started playing the Pokemon card game. I never really played it as a child. I was more of just a collector. I wanted one of each card. And I have them all in a binder back home.
Yeah.
But when I started playing it more recently, it was interesting because they had come out with something called EX cards. And EX cards allow you to just summon a powerful Pokemon without having to evolve them. Like, let's go say they were an Ivysaur or something. You didn't need to start off with a Bulbasaur and wait a turn or two or have enough energy cards to evolve them up to an Ivysaur, and then you would have to evolve to a... Because I felt like that was a better way to conduct getting out higher level Pokemon. It was, you had to evolve them first in battle. But the EX cards, the whole thing about them was if someone beats them, they're worth 2 of the winner cards or whatever they have on the side. Essentially, you have to defeat 6 Pokemon in order to win. But because you have more than 6 Pokemon in the deck, it just means that you have these side cards that represent those 6 Pokemon. So defeating one of these EX cards meant that you'd get 2, so sure, if someone used 3 EX cards as their mainliners, you just had to defeat 3 of them in order to vanquish them. But they were so powerful and they could be brought out immediately. If you were still leveling up your Pokemon, there was no way. So in a way, it's like you just need to stack a deck full of EX cards, and I forget if there were limits to how many EX cards you could have in a deck, but yeah, it was different. And then with Magic the Gathering, I know that for tournaments, they had like the open tournaments, but for the most part, the official tournaments require that only cards within an expansion or a block can be used against one another, because there are some balancing issues if you start mixing things from outside of it.
Alrighty, that's it. We just remembered something we have to do. We're zipping back to space now. Royal Rainbow, blah!
Also, if you think about it, buying cards is
Pricey?
it's pricey, and it's like sort of, I don't know.
It's 68 centimeters, 3 millimeters.
Oh, great.
It's okay, but you can do better. Well, since you're the prince, you should do much better. The thing you collected the most of is Japanese food. My, Earth really is full of things. Okay, into the sky it goes.
Are you hiccupy or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to say they're just pieces of paper, but oh.
Mom, they said on TV that the stars disappeared.
Oh, honey, things like that just don't happen. There's our cab now.
But that's what they said, right?
To be continued.
Now, what I want to do is I would love to play a, like, trading card game that is just straight up costs $30, has every card in the game. You just unlock them via gameplay.
Oh, well, you're talking about an online game or a card game.
Maybe. I don't know. I really like Card City Nights.
Buenos dias. Have you ever been to Spain? It is our other homeland. We hope you can visit during the days rolling. Like that's possible. Oh yes, almost forgot. Oh yes. A royal present for the hardworking prince. That's what we were getting when we lost it on Earth. Wallet, keys, rings, hopes, and dreams. We lost it all. Must be around somewhere. So roll it up while you're at it.
So a deck building game. Yeah, kinda. The main thing is, like, I just don't want to go through the entire, like, rigmarole of, like, what Hearthstone puts you through, where you have to spend inordinate amounts of time to get new cards.
Yeah. I enjoyed playing it while it lasted, but then I realized, oh wait, I'm gonna have to chuck a lot of money into this in order to beat the... I was doing essentially the story modes, the dungeon-y things. Oh, look, all these mahjong tiles.
Look at all these free dice that get to feed into me. Beautiful. Oh, God. That's not inconvenient in the slightest.
A thermometer.
Whack. Whack. Okay.
This is an odd item.
Okay. Why are there thermometers up here? Is this all? No. Most of these are, like, game-related.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I really do like various deck building games. It actually surprised me when we were at Barnes & Noble the other day. We noticed that there was a box. It was a Pentagon box, and it had a Magic the Gathering sort of, I don't want to say it's the board game, but essentially it was just 5 pre-made decks with, 5 life counter dice, die 20s. And it was just supposed to be a game where each player chooses a color and they play. It was, I suppose it's for the people that are just learning, or they want to play a 5-player experience with it. I mean, it's 2 to 5 players. I've only ever participated in a multi-Magic battle, I think once or twice.
I used to do it all the time when I was a kid, and when I knew a lot of people that played Magic. Until I got into Magic the Gathering with people that knew what they were doing. Nothing kills competitive games like playing against a player that, like, truly is good at it. Like, that's part of the reason why I was so leery of, like, picking up Smash Bros. To some degree. Because I don't want to play Smash Bros. Against somebody that's, like, legitimately really, really good against Smash.
Well, that's why I liked the idea of, yeah, what they were doing with that Magic game. It's because they're pre-made decks and everything, no one has an advantage, say, because of the contents of their deck.
That. Yep.
But then again...
10 centimeters. Get it bigger. Thanks, micromanage dad.
I would love to participate in a, what do they call them, a draft?
Drafts.
Though?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, especially once we move and have the space for it, I wouldn't mind doing drafts.
Because that's sort of like an equalizer where no one knows what they're going to get, and you have to build stuff as they go along.
Yeah, so at that point it's just mild luck, skill, and a couple other things to kind of keep you going. There we go. No!
Ah! It's like a little pug got you.
No warning. I think it's a cat.
Oh, that was a cat?
I think so.
Are those broccoli?
I'm not...
Parsley. Huh.
Oh, did it say?
Yeah. Red blocks.
I just have the hardest time turning in these games. Trying to get those blocks. I guess, never mind.
Pencil sharpener. And the problem is you're too big to
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
go
around.
under anymore.
Well, I should be able to just, like, absorb mice. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, no!
Ah!
It's a mini bear.
Why do people have so many rats in their house?
Oh, God. These are all absorbable. Books. Knowledge. Absorb it. Oh, I saw this question on Reddit the other day.
What?
You suddenly have the ability to absorb all knowledge in a book if you eat it, page by page.
Ew.
What would be the first book you would eat?
Ew, gross. Well, first off, you probably don't want to eat any book that has really nice full color printed images on it, because that would make you very, very, very sick.
Probably.
So that would pretty much limit you to novels. God, that, ew. I don't want to think about eating one because...
Did you ever eat paper as a kid?
No.
For some reason, I definitely ate, like, at least some amount of paper when I was younger.
But it was most likely clean paper.
It's true. It was just white paper.
Just white paper as
The idea of,
to...
like, eating newsprint. Ugh, God.
Because obviously, probably the go-to thing if you really want to acquire knowledge, per se, would be a dictionary. But a dictionary is immense and massive. The funny thing is, my aunt gave us a dictionary that is, it's like it's so complete that it's a giant tome. However, the print is about like a 0.3, so you literally have to have a magnifying glass in order to read it, and they provide one for you with the book.
That almost sounds more like a novelty than anything else.
I don't know, but it was amusing because I could actually probably read it with my I don't want to say bare eyes, but without the assistance of a magnifier. But
eye strain is a thing?
Yeah, that's how small the print is. So maybe that would lessen the amount of paper you would have to eat, but looking at that dictionary, it was far thicker than any other dictionary that I had ever borne witness to. Unless, do you know what it could have been? It could have been one of those, you know how they had those expensive dictionary collections back in the day where there were 8 volumes?
Yeah. And
it included histories and longer explanations for things? I think it may even be along those lines, but it has the very thin tissue-like paper. Have you ever felt that kind of paper?
Yeah, the old encyclopedias. Man, remember when, Remember, like, in all those, like, classes you go to the library and then it'd teach you how to use the Dewey Decimal System and encyclopedias and be like, all of this is going to be incredibly useful to you when you're older because this is the only way that you can absorb knowledge. And
Internet!
Like, yeah. Technology proved you very wrong.
Even the online databases for our library was messed up, and we couldn't find anything we really wanted.
What?
But yeah, so aside from a dictionary, I suppose what else would be useful if you could just absorb something? Maybe a language, maybe histories.
Ooh, yeah, language would be good. Becoming a polyglot would be neat. My brother had a... Vengeance? Vengeance! I've sucked up the horror dog
I knew it was a pug.
bear thing. Did it say a pug?
I think it's supposed to be a small dog as opposed to a cat because it doesn't have a tail. Oh, you got some gator. Gator. A swan? Telephone.
Getting a whole bunch of junk.
Maybe a book on web design. Or animation.
Yeah, I guess it really depends on what kind of knowledge you absorb and how fast.
Well, would you just draw something up like encyclopedia-wise for information? Because I don't think you could eat, say, a painting or an image of a painting and be like, I can make paintings like this person. I don't think that's how that knowledge absorption would work.
True.
I think it's just essentially being able to draw up the whole page's written contents as knowledge.
Okay, alternate one. If you could eat a picture of a person and learn every single lasting detail of their life, which person's picture would you eat?
Learn everything about their life?
I guess let's just skip the eating thing, because that's meaningless. You have one picture to absorb the knowledge of.
But whose life? What?
I am not...
That's a little creepy though.
I guess.
Because if it was a historical figure, like, in a way...
This is awkward. How did it zoom out so much, and why?
In a way, the best thing that you could do would be to absorb the knowledge or the life knowledge of someone who there's a mystery associated with them and only they know what happened.
1 meter, 17 centimeters, 1 millimeter, huh? It was the first goal, but it's not very exciting, is it? Next time, we want a much bigger one! The thing that you collected the most is... My, Earth is really full of... Okay, so it's the usual stuff.
He repeats himself a lot.
Here is a news update. The night sky is showing signs of recovery. The cause is being investigated.
Oops. I
Well-
might have skipped that one.
Oh no.
Sorry.
I think the other problem is too, how much of that person's life, every fine, minute detail?
Oh
like,
god. How big were Einstein's shits? That'd be a detail I might not want to learn.
Wonder.
I'm just gonna say.
What is it? Something's not quite there. Oh, yes, we get it. It just doesn't look delicious. The sky does not seem yummy at all. Everyone is still hungry, yes? Can't you see that, silly? Speaking of delicious, we say crab. Most certainly crab.
Crab.